And this leads us into chapter 28, Riddles and Traps. Karna had to say it shouldn't be that hard. And of course, the next room they go into is a riddle. And granted, Vethica does take a while with this riddle. I think it's a solid 10 minutes that they waited for Vethica to get it. And as they're out waiting, Fane comments on Karna's attire, which is basically leggings and a wrap around her bathing suit area. She wore this specific outfit because she doesn't know what she needs to transform into, so she transforms into Fane.
And Fane is really, really uncomfortable at this, and I have to say I would definitely be uncomfortable as well, but he specifically mentions that, it's uncomfortable because it reminds him of his brother, and, he's missing his brother when he sees it.
Not to mention she's like feeling his body while she's in his body.
We'll leave that to the side. That would also be uncomfortable as well.
Well, and how much we know that she likes Volke, I wonder if she's ever turned into Volke. Like, she probably has out of curiosity.
She has to have. Like, I would if I were her. Like,
right. Just, again, curiosity. We finally, Vethica gets the answer to the riddle that's in the next room, and Adele just says we can go in with the riddle. I'm going to read out the riddle, and I want to see who all can get it. If you can comment on Facebook, on the Facebook page at Frith Podcast, please comment the answer if you can get it. Don't cheat, please. And if you don't remember it, please don't go back and look in the book. So I'm going to read it out a couple times just so that everybody gets it. So the riddle is, I'm only seen when your eyes are closed. I'm fun, frightening, never composed. I'm only seen when your eyes are closed. I'm fun, frightening, never composed. And this is something that was very impressive as Volke gets it almost immediately. Vethica is standing on the other side of this wrought iron gate where the riddle is put on. I imagine she's like, really? It took me 10 minutes and you got it in like that? Like, wow, thanks. The next room is a room full of tiles, and Vethica was through it within 60 seconds. Fane steps on a tile twice, and all these darts start coming out of the walls, and it's definitely a lead up. You can hear that they're going to come, and of course, Volke, being the protector, covers up Karna from getting hit by the darts, while Luther is just standing there, just letting all the darts hit off of him like it's nothing.
I'm armor. This is his day. My time to shine.
What? And it reminds me of this parody of Skyrim, and it's like trying to figure out one of the puzzles there. If you don't do it right and you put the claw on, you get hit by darts. That's pretty much what it is. You get higher level, the darts bounce off of you. Volke is very, very particular about cleaning his darts off, though, that got stuck in his arm. He made sure all of the blood was cleaned off of them before he released them. They actually ended up going back in the wall and kind of resetting. Basically, the way to solve this room was to not touch the same colored tile twice. There are 3 colors. There's white, there's black, and there's sandstone. As long as you don't touch 3 of those at one time or consecutively, then you can get all the way across without having to sprint like Karna or Vethica did. Volke is starting to panic in the next room, and Moonbeam can feel Volke's agony and reminds him he needs to start calming down more, and that this isn't normal for Volke. And again, we're seeing more and more of this, the plague creeping in and affecting him emotionally. So the last room in this trial that they have to do is another riddle room. And as soon as the door closes, it slams. The floors split apart in the middle. They slant downward. And Volke shadow steps immediately because he doesn't know what's going on. He grabs somebody in particular that I know that, now this reiterates the fact that we know who he's going to save in a fire. And it was Karna.
He's always protecting her.
I feel like Moonbeam and Fane would be kind of jealous right now because they're like, oh my gosh, we're not his favorite anymore.
I would be. You've been by his side for how long? And he's ditching you for some girl?
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta stay strong, man.
Remember your day once.
So again, with the riddle that they have, and we actually have 2 riddles in this, we're going to ask that you comment on Facebook with the answers to this if you can guess it. Again, don't cheat. Go back in the book. If you remember, if you can figure it out, put it on Facebook and tell us the answer. First riddle is a house for the useless, forever prone, many familiar faces, yet always alone. And the whole time these riddles are going on, they're slowly being filled up with water. So, it's not just sitting there nice and calmly. Like they have a time limit here.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. Why bother? Almost to the end, it gets easier towards the end, right?
Usually.
So the second riddle, as soon as the first one is answered, the second riddle comes out. What has its strength measured in desire? It provides light in moments most dire. An unfulfilled wish taking you higher. Again, whoever designed these riddles, like they're 2 sentences, 3 sentences. That's not a riddle.
It's short. It's tough.
After they solve both these riddles and everything is all hunky-dory again, the door opens to the room where the Kepras are being held. Moonbeam can hear Vethika's thoughts and know that the Kepra are not happy on the other side of that door.
Eric, Scott, and I want to thank everyone for listening today. We post a new episode every Wednesday morning at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and 8 Pacific Standard Time. We are on all podcasting platforms and are also on YouTube as well for video. After the additional episode airs, we post chapter-by-chapter videos every day in a smaller, easier-to-digest format. We do want to give a special shout-out to the final member of our team, Dan Mackison, one of the admins for the Frith Chronicles Wiki, link listed below, and doing his best to keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes. If you want to reach out to us, you could email us at frithguildpod@gmail.com or on Facebook or any other social media by searching for Frith Guild Podcast. Just to remind everybody, we have links to everything in the description below on both the podcast and YouTube. Scott, do you have anything else you want to add this week?
Just a plug for live streams coming up, tabletop games.
Whoop whoop. That will be coming up, so we'll have that posted, I believe, at the end of this book, and so that way, if you don't get a chance to sit in the live stream, you will be able to see it later on. All right, well, thanks everybody, and see you next week.